She will fight you to the ends of the earth to be right. You will never win because they will never stop fighting. They're built for verbal warfare. Men are built for physical warfare. Women are built for verbal warfare. You will not win. All right, guys, y'all looking at the thumbnail, y'all looking at the title of the video, y'all already know what time it is. It is time to get active. Shout out to the young hitters at the Daily Wrap-Up crew. Video just came across my timeline. She gets triggered by this simple question. What's so interesting about this conversation is that the number one type of question that the modern woman today absolutely hates is, what can you offer me? What do you bring to the table? These ladies with pretty privilege demonstrate the difficulty in them answering that question. Without further ado,
you guys do have pretty privilege, right? Yeah. So I want to ask you
to an extent, yeah.
To an extent, I just want to ask, like, when you get a man, what do you do to keep a man? Like,
ooh,
why should he keep?
What do you bring to the table?
Why he should keep? Bro, I hate guys like.
Because I'm asking what you should. What do you do?
To be fair, I really be trying to keep him in. If I love him and he love me, I really be trying to keep him.
Look at the cynicism.
Be trying to be.
What are y'all talking about?
What are you talking about? As far as
what are y'all talking about? No, Jay, go.
She's not trying to let her answer. Let her answer, mama. Okay? Relax over there. Why are you getting so triggered?
Sometimes dudes be getting bored, so you gotta be a little entertaining. You gotta spice it up a little bit. Y'all gotta take vacations. Y'all gotta spoil each other. You gotta keep it interesting. Because really though, that's why dudes be cheating. They be losing interest sometimes. They be getting bored and they go try to find some new excitement. You gotta keep it exciting.
I'm sorry. I believe you when you say that. I want to get through her because she seems
what
like
are y'all talking about?
You seem like you
only burned me.
Yeah, you seem like you only bring pretty privilege to a relationship.
That's not
so
true.
If outside of your pretty privilege,
but what are you trying to say?
What do you do to keep a man? Like,
good question.
Why should a man choose you outside of your looks? Why should a man choose you?
Yeah, like what do you do?
Because you're already real.
No, what are you trying to say? Because a lot of guys, they don't do nothing.
Well, I just asked you about you. You already
I'm gonna do everything.
This is the bullshit of communicating with women. This is the bullshit. Ask a direct question, get deflection back. He's asking you a direct question. So instead of answering the direct question, you try to find a reason to have a problem with the question.
Same for you if I love you. Like,
but you're deflecting it. Like, you're already saying, like, guys don't do nothing. I'm asking you, what do you do?
So that's it.
Besides pointing at the guy what he's not doing.
What he's not doing, if he's doing everything, I'm gonna do everything that needs to be done. What do you mean?
So
when you say
lack of clarity.
Everything, like, what do you mean?
When you say a guy don't do nothing though, like what do you mean though?
Like some guys like to say, like I'm sorry, but guys who usually say, oh, like what do you bring? What do you do for me? Like they don't be doing nothing. To be honest,
I paid a mortgage on my house, so I'm
as you should. I like that.
But you was in a relationship with them. But you was in a relationship with them.
No, I was not in no relationship.
Why you?
Big lion.
It was a
hold up.
Was in a relationship with
No, I
him?
was not in no relationship.
Look how her eyes went up in the air like that. Did you see that? Hold up. You see it?
Good. I like that.
But you was in a relationship with them? But you was in a relationship with
No, I
them?
was not in no.
What? Why? That's a lie tell right there. Let's see if she continues to do that throughout the conversation when she's not looking at no one. That's her lie impulse right there. Okay. You were in a relationship with him. If not, why would it bother you so much? Why? Because either it bothers you this much because it has happened to you specifically where you have provided things to dudes that have not provided shit to you back, right? Or you have nothing to bring and don't want to conjure in your mind something to bring. So this question just pisses you off. He just said right there, he pays the mortgage in his crib. So he has something to bring to the table. He still wants to know the answer to this question. As with most men of value want to understand, what do you do to keep a man? What?
Why you lying? Come on.
It was a bit like, can you cook and clean? But can you fix my tire? Can you?
Yes.
Are you gonna pay my rent? You gonna pay my Are you gonna do
That's what I mean.
If you inspire and support
because guys don't know what they're getting themselves into when it comes to a relationship. That's why they may or may not ask that question. I feel like that question you talking about as far as dating.
Yeah, like you're broke, you're this, you're this, you're this, and you're asking me what I can do for you.
I feel like guys
Like, no,
ask that
nothing.
question, and like that's a reciprocation because women usually come to the table, come to the date talking about. They demand a certain type of man, whether he got to make a certain amount of money,
That's
he got
not
to do
true.
this, that, and the third.
Oh, it's very
so
true.
guys want to know, okay, in exchange for the money, the provision, the protection, the leadership, everything that I provide for you, what am I getting in return? And y'all can never answer the
Most
question.
answer
Yes, we
like
can.
you.
You
and
get
start out
triggered.
Yeah.
You get triggered and
depends.
defensive, and then
It's
say
like,
you probably gonna
if
say
you're
I
not
am the
doing
table.
nothing for me.
And here's the thing. I would say it's a lower level down from that. If you don't have a car, right? If you still live with your mom, right? Like bump the protection and provision and all that stuff like that. It goes at a much lower level that they judge you by. But here's the thing. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Shit. I don't like having guy friends in my life that are losers. Okay. I don't even like, so I understand women not wanting to have dudes that are undeveloped or underdeveloped for the particular age. You understand what I'm saying? So I get it. But at the same time, if a man, a masculine man of presence and value steps to you and is trying to understand how you maintain this shit, how you going to make sure that my attention is sustained and you get upset about that, well, that tells me everything I need to know about you, madam.
You, if I'm not, you're not doing
You're
nothing
still not
for me.
saying what you're
if
doing
you're not
to a
doing
man.
nothing for me, if I do,
It's all
I'm gonna
about
do everything
her.
for you. Like, what
So
do
he
you,
gotta
anything
do-
that
he
needs to
gotta
be done
do-
is gonna get done for you.
We don't know what that means.
Right.
I keep saying
It's
this
not
to
clear.
women. We don't.
Exactly. Well, what that's on you. You gotta get to know me then.
No,
like,
I wouldn't. I wouldn't waste
I
a
wouldn't
minute
waste my
with
time.
you.
mean, how do I know what you're gonna do for me then? Like what?
Because I wouldn't
Oh,
made it
But
this far.
jeez, man.
but look,
in the
as a
dating.
man, I'm coming to you trying to communicate, ask you like, what other than prettiness do you have? And you're like, what are you giving me?
No, this is what I'm saying. I'm saying a lot of guys that say that don't be having
We
nothing.
don't
Like
care
you're not
about a
doing
lot of guys.
nothing.
We just talking how the conversation
Yeah, we
right
just
now.
talking to you like,
Yeah,
if I ask
crazy.
you that,
Oh, man.
what besides prettiness, what else can you offer me?
Like for me, I'm gonna offer everything. Like what do you? What do you
Okay.
I'm
Oh
gonna
my
give you
God.
everything.
Like,
Like-
I'm telling you, men don't care about your broken promises of saying I'm gonna give you everything. That doesn't give us
Yeah,
anything.
that's nothing, right?
Because logically, it doesn't make sense to us. It doesn't make sense. We like accuracy. We like shit to logically complete itself. We want to make sure that the words match the actions. That's how men think. I'm gonna give you everything. What does that even mean? Imagine I apply to a job and they say, what skills can you contribute to this position? I'm gonna give you everything. What? Get out my office.
We don't feel secure. You know what we do? We try to, okay, you're gonna give me everything. All right, give me pussy, and then you out.
That's
it.
not
That's
exactly.
what
I'm
it
not
is.
giving you that. Like, yo, what do
You
you?
said
Yeah.
you was giving everything.
Huh?
You said you was giving
Everything to my man. Like what? Like I gotta get to know you for you to get
But
to
you
know
can't
me.
even tell me what other thing you
Because
can give
I don't know you to tell you what I could do for you. Like what the hell?
Well, you just
The other girls are
like,
just
what are
not
you
feeling
not
her at all.
understanding? What are you not understanding?
They're not supportive.
Tell me what else other qualities about yourself that I need to know.
Specifically.
I'm my own person. Like I get my own money. Like I'm gonna do everything. I do
But
everything for myself.
How does that benefit
What does that have to do with a relationship, mama?
a relationship?
Because I'm gonna put into the relationship. Hello, you don't gotta do everything by yourself.
So why wasn't that the first thing that you
What do you
mentioned?
talk? Because
like?
I don't know what you're trying to say. That's why.
Y'all bombarding her, bro.
He
just
he
bring
ain't
it.
tight.
trying to let her pitch herself.
Because
and
but
she's
he's
saying,
challenging me
like,
But you
I
see,
don't do anything.
but you see that.
All right, let's
got
see what
you
he
to come
does.
To the right answer.
No, it's like what do you mean? Like, what do you mean by that? Like, what are you trying to say?
A man that's the man that's gonna pay your rent and buy you things that you want in your life. That's the type of answer he's looking for. Like you're gonna bring this to the relationship. He not looking.
But I was going to do that regardless, relationship or
Don't know.
That's
So
why
when we
I'm
asked you, you got triggered and
Oh my
defensive.
God.
Yeah.
Because it be bro guys saying that, like
Yeah.
talking about what
See,
you gonna do
the
for me.
difference
you
is-
don't do nothing for
So
me.
why you?
Look at the body language of the young
Be
ladies on
bro
the.
guys saying that, like
They're I think they're friends, and they don't particularly gel with this one. I mean, even look how close they're sitting to each other compared to her. They don't bang with her. They don't agree with her positions and her stance. They they're like, I don't know, mama. I think you need to relax over there. They're asking, what do you bring for dudes? Dudes that are of value will ask this as well. She's demeaning the conversation to say men who ask this have no value. All right? They've stomped out the dude with no value. You're saying dudes with value, if they ask you that question, what's up?
about what
See,
you gonna
but
do for
the
me.
difference is-
why?
Yeah, look at it.
So why you on a date with a broke guy?
Damn, I'm dumb.
The difference
the
is you
story.
got triggered, but when we asked her that question, she was able to calmly answer the question. Like you got you instead of
She
showing
on that Henny, man.
That's what I'm saying. Instead of showing off what you could offer a man, you would have rather get defensive and triggered instead of just being
But
like.
you ain't tell me what you
Can I
gonna
say
offer
something?
me for me to tell you.
I'm sorry.
I was
I
just
can
gonna
offer
say, if you guys ask me that question, feel me, I'll just be like,
Go ahead. Let me hear something.
I'll do everything. You want me to wash
Oh,
your
no.
clothes? I wash your clothes. Want me to cook some
Okay.
food? I don't know how to cook, but I'll learn for you. Like, what do you mean?
Oh, Jay, you're so
You need some money back?
It's the
Give me
thought
some
that
money.
counts.
It's a thought that it's something
me.
simple.
I'm here for you.
Men want to know
The
what are they
effort,
going to get in exchange for investing my resources, time, emotions.
All right,
all
but
of
y'all
this.
ain't even say
I'll
that.
be there
It's
for
just like
you.
you just said what you gonna do for me. Like what you gonna do for me.
All right, but if
The real issue here is that modern women today just don't know what men want. I think if they knew more often what men are looking for, then they can answer these questions. The other girl's answer wasn't phenomenal. It was just better than the triggered answer of the one on the right. The thing is that that's where the barrier is. Like, it's at the triggered one at the right. That's most of the answers. And then the one on the left, they provide some bare minimum. She says she doesn't even know how to cook. And then men are just like, okay, whatever. We'll accept it.
you on a
do
date,
everything.
he's not gonna say, "Oh, I'm gonna do this, this, this." So what are you gonna do? He might just ask you, "So
And
so
you didn't-
what besides your prettiness do you bring?" Like, you know what I
That's
mean?
what I
He's
do.
not gonna say. He's not gonna tell you up front. Sometimes
He's trying to
you
get to
know
know you. Like, you know what I'm
And
saying?
then
Like,
the first reply, a dude ain't gonna want to hear a goddamn attitude. What do you mean? That's not what I
Yeah.
want to hear on the date.
So you just gotta keep it cool and you know what I mean,
Anyway.
express yourself. That's
Because
it.
if y'all was on a date and y'all asked a guy, like, you know, what else besides your money or something, a guy's not going to be like, yo, why you asking me that question? They're not going to get defensive. They're going to try to pitch themselves because they actually want to be with y'all.
I think
They're
I'm
gonna try to
funny.
compete.
I take care of the house. I hold you down.
I'm a
I'm somebody you
leader.
can talk to. I'm a leader. I'll protect you. You know what I'm saying? Everything.
They're going to pitch themselves. They're not going to get triggered. And that's the issue that we have on these guys don't know what they're going to get outside
Yeah.
of triggeredness. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Sometimes women get emotions because of what they think the question is. You just gotta like think logically, and you know what I mean, just breathe. Sometimes.
And if you don't understand, ask. It's no
Big
way
true.
how
Ask
you
you.
get
I
did-
said,
she
what
did
do you
ask.
mean by that?
And also-
aggressively.
You keep saying
Like,
dumb
the
shit,
fuck?
like-
Ain't no way.
Oh,
First of all,
God.
as soon as you said that, you said, "Oh, I hate guys like this."
You be the bro guys asking that. It be
Ain't
the
nobody broke.
Who
here, though.
are you dating?
Yeah. I'm tired of her. Sorry, I'm cutting it off right here. You know, because it's ridiculous that at the end of that, after them slowing it down and the amount of patience that these brothers show, you see what I'm saying? And shout out to them as well, just because they are a podcast that invites women out down in. But the thing is that what I like about them is that they demonstrate patience when talking to women, which is honestly what back in 2019 when I was doing, you know, commentary reactions with someone sitting right next to me, 2019, 2020. That's a lot of the patience I don't have to demonstrate as well. Because I think like there's a lot of young men today that just look at, you know, conversations on the internet and they can't understand the difference between talking to women for entertainment versus talking to women to have, you know, a conversation. And both of which are demonstrated from different content to different content creator that chooses to implement women within their platform. So they demonstrate, I think, actual real conversations to having the two brothers on the end kind of pressure, apply a little bit of that pressure, and then the brother in the middle to have the empathy in that situation to understand kind of where she might have been coming from, even though where she was coming from was a place from pure and utter emotion and defensiveness and deflecting the questions and being inaccurate and unclear. Even though she was coming from there, he still got her emotions back to a place where they at least can conduct the conversation going forward. And I think it's important to see stuff like that just as much as it's important to see, you know, shit for the tension and shit for the clicks and the views as well. But to have that conversation end, and then she said, y'all just keep bringing up dumb shit. Gentlemen, when you look for women, you have to understand the lack of clarity, the lack of accuracy within their words, and then also women who are unable to control their emotions. If they score very low on those three things, run. She will fight you to the ends of the earth to be right. You will never win because they will never stop fighting. They're built for verbal warfare. Men are built for physical warfare. Women are built for verbal warfare. You will not win. That's where happy life, happy wife comes from. Because in a marriage, you're not going to win the verbal war because you can't fight them. You know what I'm saying? It's not legal. All right, I'm off of my rant. Questions, comments, concerns. Y'all already know what to do. Mediocre tutorials and reviews at gmail.com. I think one of the most valuable lessons for men is knowing how not only to, spit game to these young women, is what you'll find probably not really on this channel, but then also how to deal with the modern woman today. It's an uphill battle having conversations with these types of women that have been pandered to their entire lives and have been brought up in this entitlement, moist, foo-foo culture where they don't need to bring anything to a table but require everything from you. It's an interesting battle to uncover. Until next time, YouTube.